Bismillah. The question is, can social economic transformation be achieved in our country? That's the saying, social economic transformation, to better our lives economically and socially. Can it be achieved in our society? Indeed, I'm not an economist, but let me talk about something that is very, very unique. That is, no country, I want to quote me, no country has developed without controlling its population. Name whatever country that you want to name. Is it China? One child policy. America, even our neighbor, the biggest economy in East Africa is Kenya here. Until recently, they were controlling their population. But in Uganda, we produce day and night. Somebody was telling me that in Uganda, 20% of Ugandan men don't know even their fathered children. They even don't know their fathered children. 20%. Somebody leaves Tororo and goes to Gulu, gets somebody there, pregnates a girl and leaves after the workshop. That girl does not know where the father of the child comes from. So 20% of Ugandan men don't know their fathered children. We produce day and night. How do we control population? In the Arab world, there is no adultery because there is serious penalty. That's why in Uganda, according to statistics given to us, that Uganda exports labor to a tune of 20,000 annually. It's not mine, it's what statistics being given to us. They take them. Recently, Ugandans have suffered in South Africa. They are chasing because the population is big. Because of population pressure, health services, there is pressure everywhere. Land is not enough for Ugandans. There are people who own giant piece of land and others have nothing. So can we realize that? We cannot realize it until we control our population. I am told that in China, about 80% of the population are productive. 80% of the population in China are productive. And 20% are dependents. But what happens to Uganda? About 20% of Ugandans are productive. 80% are dependents. How really? Just give you some things so that you may understand what I'm saying. A family, an ordinary family in Uganda has about 10 people, family members, 10. But who brings food on the table? Either only the lady, the mother, or the father. Only 2 people bring food on the table. The rest, they are waiting to eat. They're not productive at all. So unless we control our population, we shall not reach there. And besides, God has told us, avoid adultery and fornication. Avoid. Don't even come closer. But every child born in Uganda is as a result of adultery and fornication. I can comfortably say 90% of Ugandan children are born out of adultery and fornication, which is a very, very sad story. So let us control the population. Arab world, yes, the population is controlled because there's no adultery. China, they did it in their own way. America, they did. Even Kenya here until recently. That's why the Kenyan economy is bigger than that in East Africa. So we need to do something about our population. You need to know that you have children whom you can care for. Not just produce. I know you can even produce 20. As long as you can take care of them, fantastic. But this idea of, men, please zip up your trousers, zip up, in order for us to control the population. Otherwise, socioeconomic transformation may not be realized in the near future. It will be a serious battle because of the population pressure. It is too much for us. We cannot move. We cannot reach there. We need to control our population. I know there are people who said, I remember one time I was in a workshop and they said, no, we need a big population. Yes, we need, but it must be productive. Yes, we need the population, but we need quality population. But today Ugandans are sick. Everyone is sick. Depression. People have non-communication diseases, pressure, diabetes, what everybody's sick. Heart diseases just because people are not sleeping. People are on pressure from the families. So we need to control our population in order for us to be better people in this society.